Okay, so before we get started with the battle today, I actually got a couple channel updates I want to go over here that'll be implemented starting this week. But if you're feeling a tad impatient, you just want to jump straight into the action, I'm just going to leave a little picture right up here that you can go click on at any time during these updates, and it'll just jump you right into the stream preview. So there you go, don't have to worry too much. But in any case, for those of you who are sticking around, I commend you for your patience, and here's what I gotta say. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you guys here about is my LPs. I'm going to start uploading on weekends again. And I feel like that's going to be better for all of us overall, because I'm not going to be dragging out projects, I'm not going to end up hating the game afterwards, you guys will be able to get parts more and more quickly, and it'll just be more practice for me editing, you know, and just being able to jump into one project after the other and just makes it more consistent and clean. That's not to say, though, I'm not going to be stopping the whole Pokemon battles at all. Don't take that in any way whatsoever. Don't worry, I'm still going to upload Saturday and Sunday Pokemon battles. But instead of uploading them during the day, I'm going to upload the LPs during the day and then upload the battles during the night, and then we'll all be happy in one big family. Now, the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is that I've decided to also start uploading PIPs on Wednesdays, because, I mean, let's face it, everyone needs some way to get over hump day. Why not watch it with me, huh? Yeah? I've also realized that, like, I know a lot of you guys are really subscribed to me just for my Pokemon battles. And by not giving you enough material throughout the week, I feel like I'm kind of doing you guys a disservice. So why not upload in the middle of the week? Gives you guys something to tide you over until the weekend, and then we'll all be glad and joyous. Now, the final thing I want to talk to you guys about actually is that I actually have a couple of quote-unquote secret projects going on in the backstage of IT's mind. I'm not going to give too much insight into it, but look forward to a teaser trailer for a new show about reviewing games, I guess, maybe? It's going to be on this channel, don't worry. But it's interesting. I like the process of it. I'm writing some scripts out for the pilot episode, and we'll see how that goes. But look out for the teaser trailer, because I think it's going to be pretty good. I think you guys will really enjoy what I got planned for you guys. But in any case, I think that's enough rambling about me for the channel updates, so let's just jump straight into what I gotta say about the battle today, huh? So pretty much I got this OU match against this guy I found on the Pokemon Online server on Pokemon Online by the name of Oblivion. I'm just going to get the team preview going right about now. And yeah, so it's pretty much just, I got this team that's based around building support for an SD Breloom, and he's just running some kind of weird stuff. I mean, the Whimsicott's kind of bizarre to see nowadays because it's RU on Smokin', and it kind of is pretty gimmicky nowadays, and people realize that, so that's kind of odd and unconventional, but hey, it works in his favor in this match, so I'm not going to complain too much. But pretty much, I just got an SD Breloom, a Trapping Scizor, Special Defensive Heatran, Rapid Spinning Tentacruel, Sub-Disabled Gengar, and a Scarf Teasar. But looking at his team, the main threats I'm actually looking at are the Rotom-Wash, the Heatran, and the Infernape. Just because Rotom-Wash, I really don't have too much to take a hit from it, except maybe for Breloom, and if it does happen to pack Will-O-Wisp, it could potentially just end up wrecking house on that thing, so I gotta watch out for that, make sure no shenanigans happen too badly. The Heatran is kind of a threat, just because I really don't have anything in ways of being able to take it down safely, except maybe for Tyranitar, but if it does happen to be an offensive set with Earth Power, and it does manage to take out T-Tar, I'm gonna have a heck of a time trying to end that thing. And the Infernape really just scares me because I don't want to risk, that thing could be totally unpredictable. I mean, it could be a SD physical set, it could be a mix set, it could be a Scarf set. I don't know what it could do, but I know for a fact it can literally hit everything on my team pretty darn hard, except maybe for Tentacruel, but even then I gotta watch out for that, so that's gonna be kind of a threat to deal with. But other than that, though, nothing really scares me too much. Latios I can take down with Scizor and Tyranitar, and to an extent Gengar. Whimsicott I can easily obliterate with a lot of things, in all honesty. I just played around it kind of stupidly this match. And Scizor, I've got Tentacruel and Heatran to handle it, just as long as it's not back in Superpower, but even then it doesn't seem to be that big of an issue. But other than that, though, that's pretty much it for what I gotta say about the team. So, without further ado, because I've already been dragging this out for quite a long time, let's just jump straight into the battle, shall we? So, Crossfade! Okay, so he's gonna lead off with his Whimsicott as I lead from the Scizor here. I'm just gonna U-turn out here as he brings in his Infernape on that predicted hit. As I now switch out, bring in my Tentacruel on the switch here, because I feel like Tentacruel is probably the best thing I got to handle Infernape, bar like physical boosted Thunder Punch with Iron Fist, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I just go for the Scald here. I probably should have gone for like a layer of Toxic Spikes or something like that, but whatever. I realize that Toxic Spikes actually would be too important on this team, except maybe in dealing with Whimsicott, but I protect here now on the Rotom Wash here as he goes for the Trick. I see that I'll probably want to Trick again, because I'm assuming it's a Choice Scarf set, so I'm going to switch into Tyranitar here, absorb the Trick now because I am Scarf myself, and then next turn this turn I should have gone for the Pursuit, but instead I just decided to bring the Tentacle here, even though the Full Switch was painstakingly obvious. I guess maybe I was kind of afraid of him going for a Hydro Pump, hence why I switched out. In any case, now he's brought in this Heatran here on the switch. I protect this turn just to see exactly what he wants to do, and he ends up going for the Earth Power. So I'm feeling like he probably can take me out with an Earth Power from that range. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to switch out, bring in Tyranitar once more, because I feel like I might be able to take it at least relatively decently, but it does a little under half there, so I'm just going to Superpower now as he switches out and brings in his Whimsicott. Kind of bummed I did that. I mean, it was kind of an obvious move on my end, but I felt like, hey, Superpower, I need to break that Heatran as much as possible because I know it's a huge threat to my team. But now he's brought his Whimsicott right here. He goes for the Leech Seed here to switch out on the end of Scizor, predicting some form of a Grass-type attack. But because it is a Whimsicott, it generally is known for packing more so support moves and that kind of thing, not really offensive. He's just going to switch out, bring in his Infernape again as I U-turn out, bring in my Heatran here. I should have brought in Tentacle instead, but I feel like he probably would have just gone for the same old song and dance. I'm protecting here, gonna see what he wants to go for. He goes for the Close Combat here, and next turn I feel like he'll probably want to go for the Fire Blast, predicting my switch into Gengar or something. So I just stay in here with Heatran. Kind of a stupid move. I should have brought in Gengar there, expecting the Close Combat, just judging by the way he was playing. But what can you do when you live in a shoe and you ain't got no soul? In any case, now Gengar comes back in, or Gengar comes in for the first time. Excuse me. As I go for the sub now, as he switches out, brings in his Scizor now. I should have gone for the Sable here just to see what he wanted to do, but I was afraid he might want to pursue it that way, and I could have outsped, and then he would have killed me off, but whatever. Actually, no, if he got for the Pursuit, I could have just disabled them in the next turn, and then, whatever. I should have just been smarter and just disabled and done all that stupid stuff. In any case, now, he goes for the Bullet Punch now, so I switch back into Tentacle here. I'm going to protect here, see what he wants to do. Well, actually, no, I'm not really sure why I protected, because Sand and Leftovers just counterbalance the damage there, so I thought I'd be recovering health, but in any case, I'm going to go for the Scald here, hope for the burn, which thankfully I do get now on the Scizor, which inevitably cripples it. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do now is just at least try and whittle its HP down enough where I know for a fact burn will eventually take this thing out, and then I can proceed to switch into Scizor now, and then go from there. But I'm just going to wait here, need to let the video catch up a little bit. He's going to finish me off with a Bullet Punch this turn. That's fine, though, because Burn's just pretty much bringing him down to the range where I know next turn he'll die to Burn Recoil. As I bring in Scizor now, he goes for the Bullet Punch. I Roost After, knowing for a fact that we're pretty much just going to die next turn. I might as well be up to full, take the advantage of that as much as possible. Now, he dies now, brings his Infernape from here, and I feel like he's probably going to go for the Fire move this turn around, so he brings in his, as I switch into Tyranitar here, take the expected Fire move, which does happen. It turns out to be Flare Blitz, and then he kills himself. That'll pop 2 Recoil, thanks to both Sandstorm, Flare Blitz's Recoil, and Life Orb. But unfortunately, though, he does bring his Rotom Wash here. I think he might want to go for the Volt Switch. He ends up just killing me off with a Hydro Pump right there. Kind of a foolish mistake. That's fine, though, because I can bring in Braylon here, kind of lead him into thinking that I might be a bulk upset, hence have especially defensive EVs. And I go for the Spore now as he switches out, now brings in his Whimsicott. I'm going to Swords Dance up and hopefully try and kill this thing off with a Mach Punch. But unfortunately, he does wake up this turn, Encores me, and then locks me straight to SD, which really stinks, and I'm really kind of annoyed by that because I thought Prankster went after priority moves, but I guess Prankster just happens to have ridiculously high priority over any attack. I thought it was just regular moves, but I guess I was wrong. In any case, though, seeing how I'm locked in, I just got to switch out now, bring in Scizor here. Unfortunately, he sees that coming a mile away, goes for that Stun Spore now, which kind of cripples him. I mean, they do have Bullet Punch there for priority, which is not too bad, but instead what I'm going to do here is I'm going to U-turn out of here, pop the Balloon now, switch up, bring in my Gengar here, and then sub up and try and disable whatever move he decides to go for this next turn here. Because I know for a fact that I'm assuming he'll probably want to end up going for the Fire Blast, so I can just disable that. But instead, he just ends up going for the Stealth Rocks as I sub up. I'm going to go for the Focus Blast this turn, see how much damage it does. Thankfully, I do hit it, brings it down to a range where I know Shadow Ball can kill it off, but for some reason, I feel like just disabling his his Fire Blast this turn. I'm not sure why exactly, because I disable it, and then for some reason I decided to go for the sub next turn when I could have easily next turn killed it off with a Shadow Ball. And I would be at a range where I know for a fact that Gengar would have been able to survive this. I don't know what I was thinking here, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. But in any case, now I go for the Shadow Ball, kill off the Heatran this turn, as I'm at a kind of a meager 25% health. And I feel like no matter what's going to happen next turn, he's going to be able to kill me off with whatever move he decides to go for, which does happen to be Rotom Wash's Volt Switch there. But because he went for that Volt Switch, it allows me perfect opportunity to bring in something that I know will be able to handle whatever he decides to go for. Well, it gives me switch priority, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. But in any case here, I bring in Scissornail on the predicted, on his Latias, and a U-turn out here, but unfortunately I do get the Parahax here, and he blocked, and his switches out into his Rotom Wash, and locks me into his, into a Choice Scarf, which stinks, because now Scissor is pretty much, like, kind of useless, because now that I've lost my Life Orb, I lose my offensive paralysis, and seeing how he's Choice Scarf locked and paralyzed, he's not going to be able to outspeed anything, even after the Scarf boost. So pretty much my Scissor is kind of useless now, but I feel like I can still try and play around this thing decently enough. But he's gonna bring his, he brings his Latias now. He goes for the Draco Meteor here, trying to get some damage off on my Breloom, because I really don't want Breloom here, and I know for a fact Breloom's gonna be essential in taking down the rest of his team. I'm just gonna bring in Scissor here, take the hit, lose him off, use him for Death Fodder, and then bring in Breloom now on the switch. And I feel like I might be able to take any hit he decides to go for here, just because he's at -2 special attack. So I just go up the Spore here. Thankfully, Whimsicott gets put to sleep. And what we're going to do here this turn is set up a Swords Dance, hopefully be able to take this thing out with the Mach Punch, and then hopefully be able to take down his Latias next turn with another Mach Punch here. I'm not going to try and risk the Wake Up here. I could have gone for the second Swords Dance if I really wanted to, but again, I just did not want to risk him waking up and going for that Encore there, locking in there, because essentially if he'd done that, it would have essentially be his game at that point, so I didn't want to risk it. But in any case here, I gotta rely on Mach Punch trying to kill him, but unfortunately it does not kill, brings him down to maybe 3% of health. However though, even though he does kill me off the Draco Meteor, it's actually going to be a double down because of Life Orb recoil on his Latias, so it turns out that the game is actually going to be a time match between myself and Oblivion. But that is essentially it for the battle of the day. Good game, Oblivion. I really enjoyed our match. I hope to rematch you sometime in the near future. It stinks about the hacks here and there, but you know, whatever, that's a part of the game. I'm not going to complain too much. It was a really enjoyable match, and I liked it, you know, it was fun. It was fun. But in any case, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you want to check out any more of my content, you can always rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, this is essentially Infinite Trials here saying peace out, yo, and have a good one.